Hey, hi everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Dedicated to Financial Literacy. I'm Russell Moore. I'm the host of this channel. I want to just remind everybody, please hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. Um, Hit the bell if you want more content in the future. And hey, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Hey, I want you to be honest. You don't like it, then thumbs down me. Anyway, it's Monday. I'm October 4th, and man, we are definitely in a sea of red with the stock market. The Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P 500, and Russell 2000. All of them are down today. And no, I'm not going to tell you the percentages. I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to what do I always say? What do I always say? Here's my motto of this for this channel. If you do not learn, you will not earn. I'm going to say that again. If you do not, you will not. All right, everybody got it? Okay. If you do not learn, you will not earn. And I really believe that with all my heart. You have to do your own research. And so here's what I want you to do. Here's your homework. Go to yahoo.com/finance and look. And I want you to put in the comment area where all three markets were today. Where they were. I want you to put all three of them in my comment section. Where the Dow was, where Nasdaq was, and the S&P 500. And for a bonus, if you want to put the Russell 2000, put that in there as well. Interesting. My name is Russell, Russell Moore. All right. So there's a lot going on. You know, a lot going on today, and on why people are wondering why the market is selling off the way it is. Um, One of the things is that inflation, another indicator, came out um, with indicating that uh, inflation was it's higher than we thought. And like I've been saying this over and over and over again, you guys. I really do not believe that inflation is transitory. I don't believe that. I do believe that in certain sectors, in certain areas, deflation will happen, okay, and is happening. But I think overall, and look, to me, I don't feel like you need to be an economist to see this. No, really, I don't think you need to be. I love Kathy Wood. I think she is awesome. Meet Kevin. Some of these people that are out there that are putting out content. I think they're amazing, but I have to disagree with this theory on deflation. I've listened to all their arguments. One of the things that I want to bring up that Kathy Woods talks about all the time is she talks about the five sectors of disruptive innovation. You know, what are the five? AI, uh, DNA sequencing, robotics, data storage, and blockchain. Okay. Now, to me, you can't compare that to the Industrial Revolution, where the big three, the combustible engine, the electricity, and telephone. And let me tell you why. Those three, they were not just innovative, they were a necessity. I mean, it changed the lives of not just America, but the entire world. And yeah, these disruptive innovations, they will too, but it'll be in a different way. Some of those innovations are going to be in the background. Nobody even knows how they work and how they're going to affect our lives. You know, for example, DNA sequencing. Most people, it's going to take 3 to 4 or 5 years where people will even appreciate that innovation. Maybe 10 years. Because people nowadays are more skeptical than any other time in history. I mean, everybody's paranoid. Why do you think we got all of these different things, especially And here's what the big three didn't have: they didn't have social media. When you have social media is a great outlet, but it also can be very dangerous because anybody can get out there and give their own opinion about a particular innovation. And so all you have to do is have somebody say, "Can you?" I mean, remember what happened with when Tesla and remember when they were arguing? Well, they were having a debate over AC and DC. And remember, Bell, you remember what happened? They used the electricity, I believe DC, for the electric chair, and the person got fried. The person got, I think its head exploded or something that crazy. And everybody was like, oh no, electricity. Can you imagine if there was social media back then? I I don't electricity. We probably wouldn't even it wouldn't even be like today. It may have gotten smashed and totally. I mean, can you imagine if we had at a click of a mouse, people could have all this information, all the different things that would have been said, because anybody would have been able to say something about electricity at that time. See, that was the good thing back then. The information that kept people from would cause people to be so skeptical. A lot of people didn't hear it. All they had was the newspaper. All they had was the newspaper, and that was enough. But can you imagine? So my point is this: there's because of social media, a lot of these innovations I think, are going to be held up. Some won't, some will. And I don't think people will really see the value. I really believe that Kathy Woods is ahead of her time. I really believe that. I believe she's right. I believe she's right. But how many times, you know, was Ford? Ford was right. But how long did it take for the combustion engine to get out there? You know what I'm saying? These innovations are going to take a little bit of time. And so as a result, I think deflation is going to be held up, and we're going to experience more and more inflation. Another thing that's happening is with the jobs. People are not going back out there to work. And everybody keeps thinking it's because of the stimulus. That's part of it. But will we please stop saying that? That people are getting more money during the stimulus? The stimulus is over. The last stimulus it's over. Okay? Months ago, the stimulus is over, you guys. Stop using that. It's the reason why people are not working. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you what's happening that I can tell you just from talking to people. And this is how you find out. Stop listening to just all. I'm not saying data is horrible, but stop just listening to data and just talk to people. We've gotten away from just socially just talking to people. You're at a restaurant, strike up a conversation, say hi to people, okay, and ask them, why are you not back at work? Why are you sitting here on your laptop? For one, people are finding out there are more than one ways. Here's what the pandemic taught us. People that were afraid to be entrepreneurs, to step out and try something different. They had gotten locked into this job and they became dependent and secure on this paycheck. And they were afraid to step out and do something new. And more people are saying, wait a minute, I can stay home with my kids. I can do something online. I have this little gift or hobby I've been working on for years. And you mean to tell me it can be translated into actual money and meet my needs and my family? So more and more people, especially young people, are like, I want to be an entrepreneur. That's one thing that's happening. I'm talking to my niece. She's a millennial. What did she say? You know what? I'm tired of working for the man. I want to start my own thing. So what is she doing? She started a candle thing. Now she's doing. Why am I saying this, you guys? Stop blaming it on the stimulus on why people are not going back to work. Number two, here, and to me, I think this is something that's not talked about, and that is The treatment of employers versus employees. This is really, really bad. A lot of employers are getting a wake up call during this time because it used to be an employer's market. It's no longer an employer's market. It's an employee market. Employees are starting to say, "No, I want more money. I know that you're short. I know you don't have enough staff. I want more money. I want benefits." We got people that are working and didn't have any benefits before the pandemic. Were treated poorly. I mean, literally, they were treated poorly by employers, by managers, by executive teams. They were told and basically demanded that they work more hours without paying overtime. Yes, yes. You're like, well, that's a violation. That's a lawsuit. Well, the everyday person may not even know that they could call EDD and file a complaint. They were afraid of, and some of them were afraid of retaliation. Now I need my job. I got kids. I got to feed my kids. So they wouldn't even complain about it, or they were afraid to, or they were intimidated. And now they're like, okay, they didn't even care about me. When the pandemic took place, they fired me. They just let me go. So they're like, wait a minute, these people don't really care. They just want to stay in business. Well, what would you do if you didn't think your employer cared about you and you finally got that revelation? They just want, and I'm not saying that there are many employers that do care, okay? So I'm not putting all employers in the same boat. But what I'm saying is there's too many employers that were and too many employees that were experiencing employer abuse. And it's something that we're not talking about. I believe this is going to change. It has to. You've got to treat your employees better. Remember in 2008, the Great Recession? They said that Clorox, and I don't know if it was P&G that owns Clorox or I can't remember, but Clorox in particular, I read an article, and they said that hardly anybody resigned. I mean, I'm sorry, was laid off during that time. Where there were thousands of layoffs and everything happening during the Great Recession in 2008, right? And they said that many of, instead of laying the people off, they actually were giving them, and you guys don't quote me on this, I can't remember the exact, this was back in 2009, 2008 when I read it, but they actually gave their people stock. And they got more production during that time than almost any other time in the history of the company. People were working their tails off because instead of laying them off during the 2008 recession, they actually gave them stock to the company and bonuses. See, that's what an employer is supposed to do. You're to reward great work. You're to reward dependability. You're to reward people that are doing a great job for you. Without the employer, your company does not exist, period. I'm going to say that again. This is for every employer out there. You do not exist without an employee. Show great gratitude for them. Reward them. Reward them. If you make more money this quarter, give some of that to your employer. Anyway, I don't mean to get on my soapbox about employees and all that. That's really not what this was about. I was really just trying to give everybody an update on the market and everything. But here's what I believe. I just wanted to say that. Kathy, I really don't believe that inflation is transitory. I don't think this is temporary. I really don't. Now remember I said this. This is October the 4th, 2021. Inflation will not be transitory. Prepare. There will be a greater sell-off. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. I've been saying this every single month, every single week now. I've been saying this for several weeks. Prepare. Have your cash. Have cash ready and buy the dip because the dip will keep dipping. I'm telling you now, the dip is going to keep dipping. Have your cash. Right now, I'm going to tell you what I am, and I'm not telling you what to do, okay? Please don't take this advice. Do your own research. I'm shorting the S&P 500. I'm shorting. I'm shorting. I'm shorting Russell 2000. I've been shorting for a while. I'm shorting the Dow. I'm shorting the Nasdaq. I've been shorting all of them. That's why I'm smiling. Look at what Nasdaq, the tech stocks have done overall. Look at what how it's went down. Okay, let me tell you. I'll have you look at it. Look at ticker symbol SQQ. SQQQ. Just look at it. I'm not telling you to purchase it. It's inverse, so it's dangerous. so, but look at what it's done in 1 month. I did an option, a call option on it. 23% in a month. In order for that to happen, that means the NASDAQ had to go down in order for that call option to go up. The NASDAQ had to go down. A lot of people don't even realize the NASDAQ went down 23% overall in the whole month. Look at SQQQ and look at what happened. If that stock went up, that means NASDAQ went down. Look at what it did in the last month. And then wait, be patient. I keep telling people be patient. Now let's talk a little bit about the debt ceiling before I go. Everybody's wondering and panicking and wondering, and I think this is part of the reason there is a sell-off. Everybody's wondering what is going to happen with the debt ceiling. Who's going to bend? Who's going to break? Will the Republicans break or will the Democrats break? I think the Democrats are going to have to use that budget reconciliation. They're going to have to use it up. They're going to have to use that last one in order to get. They don't need the Republicans. Joe Biden, will you please stop lying and telling people that it's the Republicans' fault? You guys don't need it. You don't need the Republicans to raise the debt. To raise the debt ceiling, you don't need the Republicans. Stop saying that. It is not true. Raise it. They're going to have to, because I don't think the Republicans are going to budge. To me, they got the upper hand in this situation. They do. And because what happens is if I think the Democrats have more to lose, if the debt ceiling, if they let it go, if the Democrats let it go, all hell's going to break loose. And it's going to affect so many, Social Security. It's going to affect veterans. It's going to affect a lot of things. The federal government. It's going to affect a lot of things. And our economy is going to, and that's when we're going to hit the housing market's going to get hit as a result of that. Everything is going to be affected. And guess who will get the blame? Joe Biden and the left. So they're not going to let that happen. And so to me, if I'm Republicans, I hold. I hold. We're not raising it. You will have to raise it. You will have to raise it. The one that's going to get the true blame is the one that's in office. And that is Joe Biden and the Democrats. And they should. They should. They're trying to squeeze. They're trying to push this $3 trillion. And let me tell you something. I would even benefit from the $3 trillion infrastructure bill. I would, but I don't want to. I don't want it if it's going to affect us and put us more in debt as a country. Now they're saying, "Oh, it's already paid for. Taxes, tax the rich." No, they're going to tax all of us. That's the only way $3 trillion is going to be paid back if everyone is taxed, not just the rich. Come on. We already just found out about Pandora's Papers, where the rich has been, they're hiding their money in other places. I want to see these files. Man, they said over how many? 150,000 pictures are found in this file. Where all the rich, all these rich and governors, governments, and different leaders have been hiding their money. A lack of integrity, a lack of honesty. So, of course, they don't care if the taxes are raised. They don't care if they raise the taxes. They're hiding their wealth. And I think we should go. I think they should go after it. I think they should go after the wealth. If somebody's hiding wealth and they're not paying their due taxes, and we're getting taxed like the yin, up the yin yang, we're paying more taxes. That's one of the things that I'm working on right now. Make sure me and my wife we're not paying all these taxes so anymore. We're getting more tax wise. I want to encourage everybody get tax wise. If you can't, find somebody that is and let them help you so that you can reduce your tax burden, your tax bill annually, especially for those of us who have property. Okay? So, anyway, I just want to say, look, this is not the time. This is not the time to panic. You can make money in the market. If the market is going down or up, it doesn't matter. You can make money. I'm making money. Today was a red day, but not for me. It was a green day for me because I had been shorting the market. I said it was a green day for me. So you don't have to lose money just because the market's going up or down. That's why I keep saying, what's my quote? You won't learn. You won't earn if you don't learn. You won't earn if you don't learn, gang. You won't earn if you don't learn. I'm gonna keep saying it. You won't. I want you to sleep with this. I want you to dream about this quote. You will not earn if you do not learn. Learn and you'll earn. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and remember, buy the dip. Buy the dip, baby.